Alright, here in round one, definitely a keepable hand. And white. Pretty good draw. Are we going for the turn 4 2/2 flyer? I don't know yet. That is a legitimate question. Alright, Boros. Okay. That was a good draw. So now even if he has the answer to the first one, good chance he doesn't have the answer to the second one. Alright. Well, this looks like a fairly good opportunity to bust out Hands of Binding, but possibly not yet. So let's swing and see if he trades, because he'll actually take a trample damage for that, which I think is better, because I can still play another Drakewing Krasis. And okay. Now that I'm a little more satisfied with that, because now I can play another Drakewing Krasis plus leave up the rapid hybridization. If he were to say Madcap skill or something, or use removal on my Drakewing. Alright, so this is actually perfect, because now I can rapid my Drakewing and stop his attack. Fizzle his spell. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. He's still planning on racing, which is actually kind of surprising. That's probably that homing lightning would have that would have been a day ruiner right there. All right. So what's the plan here? I think, yeah, at this point, I feel pretty comfortable playing the Hands of Binding. See, my issue is I don't want him to kill whatever I'm going to do it on. But if he has a kill spell, he's most likely killing the Drakewing anyway. So it feels like a fairly appropriate time to bust out Hands of Binding. Although it still might actually not be necessary. He's not blocking. I mean, I think next turn I could possibly kill him with the Biomass mutation. No, it doesn't actually. Not quite there yet. Alright, let's play the Sprite. And let's play the Hands of Binding. The reason to do it on the Drakewing, because it has trample, so even if he were to, I guess, drop another flyer, it would have to have more than 3 toughness, or I'd still be able to potentially trade plus resolve that. And now it kind of, I mean, it forces him to use removal right now to take care of this guy. Plus, he still kind of needs another follow-up after that. He doesn't need it, but It's going to help him quite a bit. I guess, admittedly, the biomass doesn't look great here. Most of my guys hit for what this can make my guys anyway, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, like this. So now, even if he blocks with the Legionnaire, I still get the Hands of Binding down. Okay. Well, that's fascinating. So what is he planning to do? I don't get it. Okay. That makes sense now. Okay. So I think now we're just going to swing for 4... or swing for 5 and play the Nimbus Swimmer. Now, if he were to steal the Nimbus Swimmer, he'd be able to do, what, 4, 7, 9, 12 with Active Treason? Is that right? So with Active Treason, he could do 12 damage to us. Let me make sure I did that right, because it's pretty close. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. All right, my math is correct. But only if I make him a 3-3. If I make him a 4-4, he can kill me with Active Treason. Okay, so I'm going to make him a 3-3. And we're going to pump the Metropolis Sprite. Okay, taking that. All right. And a Skyjack, okay. Okay, so now I can turn my guys into 5/5s, which means I would have to connect with 2 of them. Let's see. I attack with everything. He blocks. If let's say he blocks 2 of my guys. I don't feel comfortable staying back. I feel like that's not going to pan out for me that well for some reason. I guess I could just attack with... No, I kind of want to attack with everything. See, the problem is... I have to get... 2 of my guys have to get through. He only has 1 blocker in the air. 3... Alright. If I attack with everything, how is he best going to block? I have to think about this. So he only has 1 flying, so guaranteed one of my flyers is getting by. He probably blocks the Sprite, which means I'm getting in with the Swimmer. Oh, then he's dead. Oh, I see, okay. No, he's actually dead. I'm pretty sure. I guess it depends on how he blocks. But I do think I'm attacking with everything here. I forgot that the Biomass Mutation turns him into a 5/5. Then he's got the additional 3 counters on it. It actually makes sense to attack here because I believe it's better for him to block the... I mean, I don't expect him to play around Biomass Mutation, in all honesty. I expect him to block the Metropolis Sprite, but I don't know if he's going to. I mean, he could block here so I die. Alright, thankfully he blocked the way that lets us win the game, so despite it being a fairly dangerous move on my part, it panned out okay for us. Alright, so we did steal game one. Yeah, he definitely could have blocked, so I lost there, but I felt like, I really did feel like it was most logical for him to block the Sprite. I mean, why would he not trade when it wasn't anything clearly? I guess like it didn't play around. Doing it that way didn't play around Simic Charm against him, and it certainly didn't play around the Biomass Mutation. Well, I'm glad this card actually won me the game because I was kind of questioning it, but yeah, I think it's actually good because it works so well with the +1/+1 counters on Evolve guys as well. Um, what can I say? This guy's got a pretty decent deck. What were his cheap stuff? Does Hydroform look like it's going to do anything? Yeah, I guess it stops the, this might actually be decent, but everything in the deck looks pretty decent, to be honest. I think we keep it the same. I don't really like Hydroform very much. He's got a fair amount of removal, too. Got to remember that. So Hands of Binding, I can't always bank on capitalizing on that too much. Alright, one lander here. Even on the draw with the Key Rune and the Sprite, I think it's just a little too dangerous. This, on the other hand, is a phenomenal hand. Got the Guildgate and the Watcher, so can't really ask for much more than that. Also have the Sprite and Hands of Binding, which is pretty excellent. But I think I actually want to play the Watcher first. Possibly not, but we'll see. Because I guess I can't. Maybe I want to play the Sprite because, but we'll see. I might just trade off the Watcher here. Do a little damage prevention. Are we necessarily better in the late game? That I'm not sure about. But I think I would rather trade a Watcher for a Striker. We top out at like 6. I'd rather have the Flyer with the double Hands of Binding. It makes sense to me. Okay. I'll still make the trade. Alright, he doesn't want to make the trade. It's curious. I think we just play the Sprite. Stay back. I don't really like using... oh, I guess he could Legionnaire me, huh? Maybe I swing here then. Kind of like it, actually. I can still pump the Sprite. Because I feel like he's going to Legionnaire anyway, so it probably makes sense. And then once he Legionnaires, I can at least Hands of Binding. Alright, stuck at 2 lands. That's pretty good. That's also pretty good. Alright. Playing the specialist. Waiting for that opportunity. Hands binding it up. Alright. Perfectly fine. Alright, so now we can just load up on Hands of Binding. Probably don't need to yet. Alright, what's Hands of Binding on the specialist? I guess, yeah, and then I play the sprite and I get 2 spells anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. We got it. Because I'd rather him use the removal on the specialist. I believe that's smarter. Oh, he could have Homing Lightning again. Well, whatever. When we see it, we'll deal with it. Basically, I'm just trying to get him to biomass range here. But biomass does not do too much right now. It's close, though, honestly. I guess we're taking it. I mean, I could offer the trade because of the Homing Lightning I already know about, but whatever. Alright, so now I think we just kill him. Pretty sure. So I have 5 mana. Can I cast 2 spells this turn? I can turn everything into 3/3s, yeah. Wait, no, that doesn't kill him, though. I guess it forces him to block the Incursion Specialist, and then he takes 6. That's pretty good. I'll still have the Hands of Binding. No, I think we just lock down his whole board. And it's not lethal, but we get in for 1, 2. Now I can pump 2 of my guys. No, pump 1 of my guys. So, alright. Hands of Binding here. Alright, we got the match. Sweet. Taking it.